guys, it's Tweetler Maxwell here. Welcome to another one of my TW 2016 WWE update videos. The pay-per-view is one of the big four, as today we're doing Survivor Series. Now, normally Survivor Series will also see a lot of multi-man matches, multi-man elimination matches. Not so much today. We have one 5-on-5 match. But apart from that, we have different gimmick matches. We have a championship Scrabble with the women's division. We have a Buried Alive match between The Undertaker and Roman Reigns, and we have an Elimination Chamber for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, involving 6 of our top drawers. Or draws even. So, we're still national, we're still under the bit where we can't gain any pop, which is quite disappointing, but hopefully that will phase out very shortly. We'll get out of that cooling period. I'm happy the way things are going, I'm really enjoying the save. Might see a couple of turns in the next couple of weeks or so by the time we get to the next video, which will be TLC, there might be a few different looks to the roster. But we'll just carry on straight into the show. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'll explain everything as we book it. So here is WWE Survivor Series 2016. So we start the show and we're basically hyping our main event, which is for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, 6 men. We'll get into the Elimination Chamber, so in front of 43,078 fans at the Chase Field Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Big E, Randy Orton and Kevin Owens will collide, the richest prize in the game. This gets a B79 rating. Nothing else to really comment upon. It's really just your opening to a show where you get the hype video for the main event, and of course you would get the commentators running down about the card and the pyro. So good start there. Next up, our opening contest is for the Intercontinental Championship, and in a bout that had some great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Sami Zayn defeats Alberto Del Rio in 14 minutes and 45 by pinfall with a brainbuster. Sami Zayn makes defence number 12 of his Intercontinental Championship. He's been defending it again pretty regularly. The B82 is an outstanding start to the show, and this is with Del Rio slowed down by injury. Good chemistry between Sami Zayn and Del Rio. It got the crowd buzzing because we used the all-out, or the steal the show bit for the match. Road agent note. Try to think what the actual word is. The match aim, that's the word I was looking for. But, Sami Zayn won 80, Del Rio with 76. It does continue the storyline, but that will be coming to an end here. And a good victory for Sami Zayn. No skill improvements to speak of, and our dirt sheet has negatives. For Sami Zayn's inconsistency, Alberto Del Rio's stamina, and Del Rio for working injured. But he's out for another year with this injury, or it's going to affect him for another year, so don't really mind, we're getting that as a negative, but good start to the show. Next up, and about that had some good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd, we had Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper defeat the team of Kalisto and Doomsday in 12 minutes and 6, when Bray Wyatt defeated Kalisto by pinfall with a standing senton splash. B77, very happy with that. Again, building up our mid-card, the Wyatts are going to get a bit of a push. We'll see the progress of Braun Strowman and Eric Rowan. Rowan's more likely to come back up to the main roster shortly. Braun Strowman, again, it's letting his stats max out as much as possible. Development. Got the crowd hotter. Doomsday with a 76, Kalisto with a 65, Luke Harper with a rating of 70, and Wyatt with an 80. Their storyline continues. This may come to an end as well. We're looking at a lot of fresh feuds going out this pay-per-view, and hopefully this is the start of the push again for Wyatt and Harper. Luke Harper's improving in his technical skills. Negatives here, just the inconsistency of Luke Harper, so very happy with that matchup. Basically, after it, we've just got Bray Wyatt running down Doomsday, just saying, you know, you were part of this family, you disappoint me. He's just completely ran him down, so B plus 87. Might have something with Bray Wyatt and Doomsday, but I do want to try and separate them and bring Kalisto and Doomsday into the tag division. So a good segment there, nothing else to really add apart from it was a short promo to fill up the full 225 minutes we had available. Next up, and about that had some decent wrestling but didn't have much heat. Paige has defeated Becky Lynch, Bayley, Charlotte, and the Knockouts champion, wrong series league, the Women's champion Sasha Banks, in a Scrabble match in 13 minutes after scoring the most falls. Paige wins the WWE Women's Championship title. So Sasha's went from one of the big four events to the next big four before she's dropped it. And a C plus 70 means that Paige is going to get a run as the women's champion. Bayley, who's up in the main roster, is doing okay. She'll take a bit of time to build up. Charlotte might need a bit of build up as well at a 58 rating there. But great performances from Becky Lynch and Paige with 70s and Sasha Banks with a 68. So our women's division is fairly coming on. Paige is improving her technical skills. Negatives here, poor gimmick for Charlotte. And that is literally it. So that's a good sign for the women's division going forward. And after it, we have a C plus 66 rating, which is just Paige celebrating in the ring the fact she is the new WWE Women's Champion. So every one of the 4 horsewomen has been Women's Champion, apart from Bayley. Next up, we see Finn Balor talking to Gallows and Anderson. Not really announcing an alliance as it says here, it's just really them talking backstage. But where's AJ Styles? He's part of this as well, and he's nowhere in sight. It's a B81, and Finn Balor came out of it looking good. No negatives. The next up is the Fatal 4-Way Elimination match, the Tag Team Championships, and a bit of good wrestling and a decent reaction from the audience. The DMG, Detroit Machine Guns, Sabin and Shelley have defeated the Usos, Gallows and Anderson, and the Kings of the Strong Style. In 1509, the order of elimination was Gallows and Anderson first, then the Usos, and then finally the Kings of the Strong Style. DMG make defense number 1 of the WWE World Tag Team titles. So B78 looking to probably split up Nakamura and Itami and let them go their separate ways. This was a good match anyway. Got the crowd buzzing. Jey Uso still struggling with injury as well. Sabin with an 81, Shelley with an 83, Jimmy Uso with a 72, and Jey Uso with a 69. These guys will probably be jobbing out more until Jay's over his injury, so I know they're going to get the best ratings. Gallows with a 74, Anderson with a 68, Tammy with a 78, and Nakamura with an 82. So a good performance there in the tag division. Jey Uso gets a technical improvement on his skill set. Anderson gets a performance skill, and Itami with a rumble skill. Few negatives here, but they're mostly for working injured and inconsistency. But we've got a good tag division, which I'm hoping to make a little bit more in depth going forward. Then I have a promo with Chris Jericho, B77, just hyping up his match with Cesaro. He's using subtle mannerisms. He's going to face turn, but that's going to come after this event. But yeah, he's going to get this match against Cesaro, hoping to put on a bit of a masterclass. Match itself was superb, and Cesaro defeats Chris Jericho in 12:35 by pinfall with a neutralizer, and Cesaro makes defense number 6 of the WWE United States title. This is a B-75, Cesaro with an 85, Jericho just gets 72. No skill improvements, really just a match to make Cesaro look really strong. We then are shown a backstage segment where, of course, Seth Rollins and Paige are a couple in this save to try and get Paige a bit more overness. So obviously Paige is Rollins is delighted that Paige has won the WWE Women's Championship. He says he's going to bring home the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, so they share a moment. As a B85, the performance of Seth Rollins was good, and hopefully Paige can get a little boost in overness for appearing in such a good segment. Then I have a promo for John Cena. B+88, really struggling to put Cena into a program, but he decided he was going to be a team captain in this 5v5 match, and the other team captain is going to be Rusev. Cena done well going off script, and his performance was fantastic. No negatives, just for being short. And the match itself actually delivered pretty decent. In a decent match, John Cena, Finn Balor, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston and Dolph Ziggler defeat the team of Rusev, Ryback, Big Show, Cody Rhodes and Sheamus in a 5v5 elimination match in 1935. Ryback was eliminated first, then it was Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston and Cody Rhodes came next, Dolph Ziggler, Sheamus, Rusev, and then finally the Big Show. So this was a B80 as I say. Ziggler not suited to his gimmick, Cody Rhodes is possibly turning face and need to find the right plan for him or it might actually release him. Like real life, Ziggler got 72, Kofi with 66, Xavier Woods 55, Balor with an impressive 84 rating here, Cena with the 89, Sheamus with a disappointing 69. Cody Rhodes with a disappointing 59. Big Show 65. Ryback 51. And Rusev with a 69. Kofi's improving his technical and performance skills. There was a performance upgrade for Dolph Ziggler. Big Show has somehow improved his flying skills. And Rumble skill improvements for Ryback and Xavier Woods. So pretty much, I'm really happy with that B80 rating there. Quite a few negatives there, but of course a lot of positives as well. Next up, we've got a promo by Roman Reigns. He's hyping up the co-main event. Obviously, the match between him and Undertaker kind of flopped at the last event, so that's why it's not main event. But a B plus 86. Roman done well, but how good will the match be between him and the dead man? Let's find out. Is Buried Alive? We get the hype video to really try and get as much of a rating out as possible, so that's an A90, and that continues the storyline. B81, that's not bad. That's not bad. Because of how bad the last one was. So in About the Hood, fantastic heat and great wrestling. Roman Reigns defeats The Undertaker in a Buried Alive match in 1708 when The Undertaker was trapped. B81, it keeps Undertaker looking strong. Hopefully Roman Reigns gains a bit of psychology points from this to help him in the future. Undertaker was off his game and was exhausted, but they got the crowd buzzing. The Undertaker had a 60 rating and Roman Reigns with a 95. And it continues their storyline. But that will be the end of that storyline. And it was put as a spectacle. So pretty happy with that, considering the few negatives there. Because of The Undertaker. Didn't need to do it as a spectacle, but I thought maybe try and get it higher. But the crowd were already emotionally hyped because of the video package for it. It's a decent co-main event, we just need the main event to deliver. Obviously Undertaker will be in shorter matches, it's just because a 14-minute match-up inside a Buried Alive stipulation? I don't think so, but shorter matches going forward for the dead man, that's for sure. We have Kevin Owens cutting a promo for the main event match. I just don't know him on Seth Rollins because that was the feud coming into this. It's a B86, basically just Kevin Owens saying this is the Kevin Owens show and this is his moment to become WWE World Heavyweight Champion. But the match itself has delivered spectacularly in an exceptional match. AJ Styles becomes the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He defeats Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton and Big E in a chamber match in 27 minutes and 3 seconds. The order of elimination was Big E first, then Randy Orton, then Kevin Owens, then Dean Ambrose, and finally Seth Rollins, even though it should have been Seth Rollins and then Dean Ambrose last. AJ Styles wins the WWE World Heavyweight title. Amazing that that's delivered at an A+, an A91, that's really delightful to see that. I've seen people, like Randy Orton who's not been back to his best yet, Big E with a great opportunity in the main event, and the same with Kevin Owens, has delivered. AJ Styles gets an 89 performance, Dean Ambrose 94, Seth Rollins 95, Kevin Owens with an 80, Randy Orton with an 89, and Big E with a 78. It continues 2 storylines. These will all end, so I'm pretty much getting new storylines written going into TLC. The plan is as well now I'm using a notepad, so I've literally got most of the next pay-per-view planned and a bit of the Rumble planned, and some of WrestleMania is actually written out how I want it to go. Big E's improving his technical skills, disappointing not as many improvements there. And Dirt Sheet will have a few negatives for holding back, so they weren't even doing their best. And I think next is our last segment. But after the match, Dean Ambrose offers to shake the hand of AJ Styles, who has just obviously became the World Heavyweight Champion for the first time. AJ Styles, of course, accepts the handshake before he turns round and cheap shots Dean Ambrose. A+ 100, AJ Styles is turning heel. Complete success. I'll need to change his gimmick because it's like an old school face gimmick. But AJ Styles is turning heel. He's going to be our heel champion, and I've got big plans for the Phenomenal One as champion. But absolutely delighted with that. Great ending to the show there. That's even with a few negatives. So AJ turns heel, deciding, I don't want your sympathy, I don't want your respect. I mean, I'm the man, and that's the main thing. A90, which would have been one of our better pay-per-views, if not my best pay-per-view, and because we're in a shock phase, we don't gain anything from it. So AJ Styles, Big E, and I think we'll go Kevin Owens. Compliment them all on a good performance in the main event. AJ was pleased, Big E was pleased, Kevin Owens was pleased. So, from a show perspective, I have no complaints about that, absolutely fine. Any thoughts in the booking, please let me know what you think in the old comments section below. Let's have a look. So, fantastic reviews, 43,000. Injury there. Don't know if there's anything there. NXT had a wild at the weekend report. So, we'll look at that. Which saw Taryn Terrell defeat Nicole Matthews in the main event. 174 fans. I think we took most of them. But nothing else there that completely stands out. I might look at Sanada going forward, but we're quite stacked in our roster. Rich Swann will sort his contract up soon. 12.29, so like way beyond the biggest buy rate we've made so far. And then 3.64 on television, so pretty much nearly 16.00 on our buy rate. Drug test was 10k, that's cool. Balor is a fan of Xavier Woods. Gallows has been made a fan of by John Cena. Dean Ambrose does not like Carl Anderson though. Interesting. And I think Mother News is just concluding contract negotiations with Michael Hayes and Christopher Gerrard. Gerrard, how he pronounces it. So a very enjoyable show, as they were still in the same kind of, maybe gain a bit of momentum, that's back up there. So we can't gain anything, that's all the same. We just need to wait till we're out of this shock phase. So not a lot of changes there. Financially, we're plus 11 million. Pay-per-view is up 2 million from last month, but we do have another week to go. So we'll probably be looking at maybe 5 million in profit this month, but that should still be pretty good. Gets us that one bit closer to the network. Might use it when the economy's a bit better and when the industry's high. So it's really just trying to find the right time to make the network, and then we can just go from strength to strength. Apart from that, the last two things we'll do is usually looking at a few guys over on this. So AJ sitting at 90s. Just a few kind of special people we'll look at. Becky Lynch is at 52s across the board. Cesaro is now 80s, so he's in the brink of getting to that main event. Who else do we have? Dean Ambrose, 91s across the board. A 92 in there as well. Finn Balor sitting at 80, so he's getting close to that main event. Cena's still at 89s, 90s, so he's at a pretty good level. Kevin Owens, a mixture between 76 and 81, so he's maybe someone that needs a bit more of a push than he's getting. Who else can we look at here? Who else? Randy Orton, 82s, still a bit to go for Randy. Roman Reigns, 93s, 92s, so he's pretty high up. Sami Zayn, 70s, so he's getting there. Sasha Banks, 54, 55s, so try to get her up to 60s and then taking her to 70s from there. Seth's pretty damn over as well in the 90s. Shinsuke's getting there. It's not been easy, but with him breaking out now, hopefully we can get him there. Taker got him back up to 90s, which is good considering where he was at initially. We've got him up by 5, drops him a little bit, but it gets Roman Reigns a bit more overness. So we're looking good there. Our titles, Intercontinental's at 71 still, the US title's at 70, Women's title's at 62. Massive increase there for the World Heavyweight Championship. That actually jumps from an 82 to an 88. It's the highest it's ever been, so that's delightful to see. Good on you, AJ. And the tag titles is still at 71. But apart from that, I think if we just go to creative meeting, still Cena, Ambrose, Styles, Orton and Reigns. Next big thing is Paige and Bayley. Top prospects, Paige, Bayley, Tiger Rash Singh, who I don't think I'm going to use, Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. Top of the talk is Dwayne The Rock Johnson, who we'll have for WrestleMania, Dean Ambrose, Triple H, John Cena and Paul Heyman. Showstoppers are AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler and Kofi Kingston. In general, Shinsuke, Dean Ambrose, AJ, Seth and Ziggler. Guys on the wave of momentum, Sasha Banks, Roman Reigns, John Cena, Bray Wyatt and Paige. And our not our jobbers, the people playing the enhancement role, Natalya, Ryback, Tamina, Naomi and Heath Slater. Time Decline is on The Undertaker, Triple H, Kane, Jericho and Batista. Hidden Gems, Jesse White, Joey Ryan, Mickie James, Ken Doane and Shockwave the Robot. So a few things I'm going to ask, would love to know your opinion. Just general thoughts on those kind of storylines you saw there, how you think the card went. Are you happy with the decision that AJ Styles is the new champion? Have you ever given AJ Styles a title run in yourself? Let me know what you thought about the whole event in general. One other thing I can really ask is, I'm toying with the idea of bringing back CM Punk and AJ Lee after WrestleMania. Because it is my offline save as well, and I believe like a year after WrestleMania would be a realistic time if they had to return. Maybe not as soon as 2017. Would you just be happy seeing that? Let me know what you think of that as well. Any predictions for the TLC card? You can get them in early and see how close people get. And just generally any general opinions on how you think the show went. Have you tried a Bury the Live match? Have you tried any of the match games that are like spectacle, epic and stuff like that? Let me know. But as always guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't be afraid to drop a cheeky wee like. As I say, any constructive criticism is deeply appreciated and I'll take it under consideration on how I can improve the series. And yeah, if you haven't subbed, hit the sub button and these videos will drop in your inbox every so often. With the TNA ones guaranteed every Tuesday and Friday. I say thanks as always guys, it's deeply appreciated. And hopefully I'll catch you either in the next video, if not I'll probably see you somewhere on Reddit or on the Grey Dog software websites. But cheers for watching guys, it's been deeply appreciated and keep on booking. Bye bye.